Hello, streaming to you live. I'm Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Today is Monday, May 4th, 2026. And it's Move It Monday, episode number 266. It's day number 385, wearing the incredible X39. And the countdown is still on to my 50th birthday. 138 days are left. And today's subjects, I want to talk about GHK-Cu and a little bit more about mental clarity and focus. And then I will follow up with a 10-minute HIIT, a high-intensity interval training, and pull day. So those are the exercises that I'm going to do. So, the topic of GHK-Cu. There is more and more stuff that is appearing. And so I like to observe things. And because of this, it can get me into trouble, or I'm going to point something out that I think is of value for you as the listener. So I've got this quick little skit, a little presentation I stumbled across, and we're going to dissect it a little bit. So there's this guy here. Some of you might have seen him. I'm not going to mention his name, but we're going to listen to what he has to say.
Here we go. GHK-Cu, copper. It is so much more than what everybody is posting on social media. It's driving me nuts. When you were 20 years old, your bloodstream was this river of this stuff. And at 60, less than 20% is left. That's not coincidence. That's a pathology.
So his words, that's a coincidence. That's not a coincidence. That's a pathology. Well, and it's true because the GHK-Cu peptide, it goes dormant, or the process in which your body produces it starts to go dormant. And a lot of people, they don't know why. And we're going to talk about some of that today.
The disease is called aging. Here's what it does. It binds directly to nuclear DNA and rewrites the entire code. 2003 study in the Journal of Anti-Aging Medicine showed this single tiny molecule alters the expression of over 4,000 human genes. That's a big number, guys. It shifts the entire genetic expression profile from a state of decay to a state of regeneration. Look at your skin. You get a cut in basic biology. Fibroblasts migrate, collagen is laid down, angiogenesis creates new blood vessels, except as we age, it gets slow. 1993 study in wound repair and regeneration showed a 70% increase in collagen synthesis. It doesn't just make more collagen though. It upregulates the precise types 1, 3, 4, and the specific enzymes, the matrix metalloproteinases, to lay it all down. And that's just the cosmetic part. Look at the silent killer that most of you guys are ignoring, systemic inflammation. It's this cytokine hurricane that's shredding your cells from the inside out. The body's master inflammatory switch, NF-kappa B, is jammed in the on position, and GHK-Cu walks over and kicks the circuit breaker. 2012 study in PLOS ONE proved it suppresses NF-kappa B, and the resulting storm of TNF-alpha and IL-6 just gets shut down. And by the way, what fuels the fire? Oxidative stress, free radicals. They're the molecular shrapnel tearing apart your DNA, your proteins, your mitochondria. It's like rust. 2006 biochemical pharmacology showed it directly scavenges the most destructive radical, the hydroxyl radical. Now look at the brain. Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, MS, all of this stuff. Modern medicine is obsessed with the plaque and the tau tangles. The problem is neuroinflammation.
He mentions that the medical system is obsessed with this stuff, with Parkinson's and Alzheimer's and whatnot. What he misses to mention is the toxic metals. When people suffer from Alzheimer's or dementia, if they were to get their head examined with an MRI, they will discover that they have a large accumulation of aluminum. So, is that a problem? Yeah, 100% it is. So what are people doing to prevent the accumulation of aluminum inside the body? That to me is a given. That's a root cause. And will the GHK-Cu prevent that? Not entirely. because it's going to show that it's still happening.
Oxidative stress and a catastrophic failure of neurotrophic support. 2015 Journal of Neuroregeneration Research proved it. It suppresses brain inflammation, boosts the synthesis of nerve growth factor, and it protects neurons from apoptic suicide, self-mediated death. Just look at my 3 biological failures: systemic inflammation, insulin resistance, and mitochondrial ATP bankruptcy. They are this feedback loop from hell. GHK-Cu vaporizes the entire friggin' thing. Look at real life. Dementia, it's not just neurons dying, it is vasculature shriveling up, starving the brain. GHK-Cu's angiogenic action builds new capillaries. Parkinson's, the death of dopaminergic neurons in the substantia nigra. I talked about this before. The primary cause, mitochondrial dysfunction and oxidative stress. GHK-Cu's mitochondrial protection and the radical scavenging powers, hydroxyl, right, are dedicated security details for those exact issues.
So when I hear all the scientific terms, he's not wrong in saying these, but what's a common theme that you hear amongst people that are older? They say eat more protein. Why? Eat more protein. Well, because the GHK-Cu requires 3 amino acids. It's very well known. It's glycine, histidine, and lysine. And when copper is floating around in your bloodstream or in your body, then those 3 amino acids, they combine with that 4th mineral. Okay? But people don't know that the body requires a tap on the shoulder. And that tap on the shoulder is equally as important as the 3 amino acids plus the copper. Because the tap on the shoulder is what it says, hey body, you should do something with these aminos and the copper that's floating around. And when it gets the tap on the shoulder, then it says, okay, it gets kick-started back into this process. However, there's lots of people that are trying to bypass this process by saying, oh, you can get the GHK-Cu. All you need to do is inject it in with like a needle and bypass your digestive system. Well, there's something fundamentally wrong with that, because there are people that have stated that they have tried the GHK-Cu with injections and they don't notice anything different. And these are people that are fueling their body with the 3 amino acids, and if they're getting that copper, then guess what? The body, and if they're going outside and getting what they should, which is that tap on the shoulder, they won't notice any difference, and that's what they're experiencing. So they're wasting their money. So when I talk about relying on my digestive system to do the work, to make sure that I have lasting longevity and strong health, am I wrong in saying that? I don't think so. It's about fueling your body with what it knows best. And when you do that consistently, then you are going to be in a position where you are going to reap benefits from it. And now, when rewinding back to what the presentation I just said, the guy talked about inflammation. Okay, well, inflammation is an accumulation of toxins in the body. They get it inside the joints. If people are suffering from arthritis, it has a lot to do with inflammation. It's the accumulation of it. And what happens is that the GHK-Cu can't enter into the joints and do its job of healing the body because there's inflammation that's blocking the path. It's like if you want to drive your vehicle down highway number, whatever, interstate highway number, whatever it is, and if there's something that's blocking the path, such as a military vehicle or let's say, an accident, that's an accumulation of something. Right? You can't pass through. The energy can't pass through. It's the same principles apply to the joints and inflammation in the body. Clean up the inflammation. So how do you do that? Well, one way is to know that your body's always removing producing glutathione. Glutathione is known as a master antioxidant, as well as melatonin. The two work kind of hand in hand together. So to have glutathione, you need glutamic acid, cysteine, and glycine. And the body also needs a tap on the shoulder for it to produce the glutathione. And what is that? It's a specific wavelength of light. That's why this exists, because it's been studied and it knows. So if you want to deplete glutathione in your body, go to your local pharmacy and start popping Tylenol. It's no secret that if you overdose on Tylenol, guess what it does? It does exactly that, remove glutathione from the body, which is the 3 amino acids. Really? It's stupid. This is why it's important to be educated in how the body works. And number one, I always say, rely on the digestive system to do its job. And if you have a weak digestive system, then guess what? All the proteins that you eat, doesn't matter which one, whether you're vegetarian, meat eater, your body's not going to break it down if the digestive system is not functioning correctly. So how do you ensure that your digestive system is running at optimum levels? Drink the cleanest and most absorbable water you can. Because the hydrogen that's in the water is required to develop the hydrochloric acid. Now, with the water, you also need sodium chloride. Not table salt. Get it from the best source that you can find. I like Celtic sea salt, and I like Redmond real salt. And then when I combine it with this, guess what? My digestive system says, aha, I'm going to now create hydrochloric acid with a pH of 1 and 2. 1 or 2. Really low. Really acidic. You want that, because when you eat proteins, guess what? Then your body says, this is easy for me to break down. And then the easier it is to break down, the easier it is to process. And then when I give my body the tap on the shoulder, which is this, the X39, that's a signal that says, oh. Guess what? Form that GHK. The glycine, histidine, and lysine. And when I fill my cup with the deuterium depleted water, guess what happens? Is that the copper you can see how the copper, right? You see? See the color difference, right? How that's basically how much I fill it each time. You think the copper gets into the water? Do you think there's copper trace mineral or mineral traces of copper in Celtic sea salt? There are people that talk about lobsters and they say that they live a long time. Why is that? They've got minerals. They're eating things that have lots of minerals in it. So when you combine the pieces together, you can reap the benefits. Now, I also exercise as well to help tap the body on the shoulder, so to speak, to reset and regenerate. And then when I have the tap on the shoulder from the X39 to reset and regenerate the 4,000 DNA genes, am I reaping the benefits that you see on the screen? Improving mental clarity, experiencing rapid pain relief and reduced inflammation, experiencing improved skin appearance. Like, those are just 4 things. 4 things. And it feels arguably so good I can't begin to stress how good it feels. And when I put myself through oxidative stress, such as the cardio, you can see how my heart rate is affected by this. If you go and look at the last episode I did on Saturday, I did the fitness stress testing. Well, it's kind of interesting when I debrief in my mind how things went, because it's still showing. I still got gas in the tank. I can make a few adjustments to help myself along, and I've made some mental notes for this upcoming weekend to see how it goes. And speaking of mental clarity and focus, let's have a look. So today, I'm just going to look for May 4th. Where is it? Right here. So today's puzzle. Let's have a look. I did it on LinkedIn. So I'm navigating through, just thinking how I'm going to do this. Okay, I look at the puzzle. And here I am playing the zip puzzle. And I assess, okay, what I'm going to do. Okay, I know I figured that I got to do, no, not the right way. Is it the right way? Yeah, okay. So I solved the puzzle in 12 seconds, and the average today is 20. And you can see I'm scrolling through and seeing how I did in comparison to the world. And it's very interesting to see how I can continually play this puzzle and solve it quickly. So is it a benefit? Am I experiencing a benefit of the GHK-Cu as part of my daily habits? Am I seeing this? And the answer is yes. Yes, 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 yes. Can you experience the same? If you choose to try it, pull the trigger and experience it. It's not going to happen. Some people will experience things, right away. Like especially when it comes to rapid pain relief. When pain stops and when it starts. All right. So if you have chronic pain that you would like to kind of put a thumb on and say, I want to get rid of this. Well, there's another option as well. It's called the ice wave. Okay. And I know it works. My mom will be the first one to tell you. And she's older than I am. Does this also work with pain? It can. It does. Some people are amazed how well it can help. So, depending on how the electricity and your bioenergy is floating in your body, can accelerate those effects. And if you're drinking what I call the cleanest and most absorbable, you're well on your way. Because I'll be the first one to tell you. Because I still remember the first day what it felt like when I put the X39 on. The very first day. What is this sensation that I was experiencing? Are you good at listening to your body? Such as how it feels when you're lifting weights. Do you chase that failure? So I haven't lifted anything yet, but you can see, my muscle is I able to keep it, even though I do a lot of cardio too. So that's my rant for today. Hope you enjoyed that. Today's exercises will be pull. So I'm doing lats and biceps. And before that, make sure you scan the QR code as you see on the screen there. And visit unlockyourbioenergy.godaddysites.com. When you do that, you'll see at the bottom of the page these buttons, and will provide some good deeper information in terms of the options of the phototherapy patches that are available. And if you're interested in the water, I tell you how to make it. I show you how to make it. I don't make a single penny telling you about it. Not one. If you want to get the water directly from me, a reliable source, I'll make it for you. And you can reap the benefits as I am. And don't forget, eat the 3 aminos. Whether it's for the GHK, the AHK, or the glutathione, you need to have the amino acids. It's important. And make sure you fuel your body the right way. And work on that. Because it's not rocket science. Good health should not be complicated. All right? So, with that, today's workout. Got 224 is still on the screen there, so I'm going to adjust the tempo. There we go. $165. No, I'll go 175. So I'll do the 10-minute HIIT. I'm going to use the light rope today because I don't want to. I just want to warm up my body. So set the metronome here. Ten-minute HIIT. Let's begin. I'm also wearing the X49 underneath the wristbands that I have on my hands. One on each hand. So, in 3 seconds, I'm going to match the tempo of 185 or 1. And I just realized I forgot my heart rate monitor. So, and I feel real silly because of this. So it's going to be an extra minute. I apologize. Got a little ahead of myself today. Come on. There we go. Okay. Let's try this again. So, one more minute here. What's going on? Oh. Confused by the screen now. Oh my goodness. All right. Ouch. that sequence was a little interesting, throwing in some double unders. Meanwhile, keeping the tempo. We're keeping pace with the tempo. All right, ready? Oh my goodness. Feels good. going to try to do broken double unders. Ouch. Really? Try for a triple right at the end. So I'm breathing nice and relaxed. All right. Today I'm going to try dead man hang with these gloves. And I have moved the foams that's normally here on this bar. So, just going to change the tempo. So by having the gloves on, I'm going to allow a little bit of these. This is like a leather, so just so it doesn't slip a little bit. I'm not going to put the wrist portion too tight because I want my my hands to be doing the work. I don't want to take off the I don't want to remove the, how would you say, the circulation by having this part here too tight. Just nice and loose. That's all. So it moves nice and both sides nice and loose. So, all right, so that's 2 minutes. My heart rate has recovered nicely. So, I'll try the the hanging. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Slipping. This doesn't really help much, to be honest. You can probably hear the noise that are made from my hands from the slipping. I know that I can hear the foam when I'm using that, so I know what happens. My grip today was smaller because the foam is a bit larger grip versus just holding the bar itself. So should get in the habit of just holding the bar by itself, but it twists as well because of this, the way I have it mounted here. It's not completely solid. So if I wanted to do, let's say, a twisting back or whatever, I don't know, it's awkward. So today's exercises, I'm going to start with doing lat pull downs. So today I have orange bands set on the ceiling here, and I'm pretty sure that this can almost lift my body entirely off the ground. Bet if I just try it like this here, yeah, it just does. So this is really close to my body weight, and by adding the vibration as a disturbance, I will be focusing on okay, that's good, on making sure I'm getting the stretch on the lat and working it to its fullest ability. All right, so by attaching the ankle straps on my elbows, basically I'm removing my palms from the equation, and let's begin. I'm gonna sit down. Oh wow. Oh, I pulled the cord out. My feet. That's not good. Alright, try this again. So I want to make sure I'm getting 3 minutes worth of, I'm going to do it this way here like this. Yeah, I can feel the tension. That's good. So here I'm doing kind of like an iron cross as well. yeah, when I sit, yeah, actually this is the first time I'm using the orange bands, and I can certainly tell the difference. It's kind of hard to get the position. The purple bands that I normally use is just right, and I probably should wow. Certainly a lot of, it's hard. It's good. Do iron cross version. Wow. Feels very, very good. I'm going to try doing this variation, the chin up, with a typical grip like this. So, oh yeah, that's probably what I should have done. Doing it this way. Takeaway for next week. Wow. Okay. So, next is chin-ups. It could almost lift me up off the ground. It's so close using these orange bands. Oh wow. So I'm going to try to do this variation here because I can feel it in the biceps. It's good, but I want the lats to be doing the work. I can certainly feel the fatigue. certainly a lot of discomfort. Next up is rows. So I'm going to switch to taking this orange band that's here and attach this here. So I'm going to use kind of equivalent weight as I've done for this variation right here. Take that off. Take this one off. And with today's version of the row, I'm going to make sure I put weights on the floor so that way I can hold a nice posterior. Just see how distance wise here I need to be. I want more. I want it to be pulling on the lats. Ouch. So make sure I put this weight here, something like that. Now I'm going to grab these. All right. Oh. Ha, I just realized I'm going to put it on the elbows so that way again the biceps don't get involved. And that's a modification I'm making right now. I changed my mind how I want to attach this. So by attaching them on the elbows, yeah, okay. With this, I only need to use double this weight. It's sliding. All right. There we go. All right. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay. So by having the weight here and having my power blocks on the floor, I have a nice sturdy 140 pounds that's holding my feet and my hips in position while I, what's going on here? Turn my heart rate monitor off. Come on, pick up. There we go. So by having the heavy weight here, the orange bands, really is a pretty pretty significant amount of weight. It's an increase over last week, that's for sure. Oh, wow. You son of a gun. All right. Whew. Next up, I'm going to do the brachialis. So today's variation is going to be a little different over what I did last week, largely because of the band that I'm going to use. I'm going to use a single band, but I will be attaching it under both feet. And the reason being is because to take the slack out. I said I would use a single black. Okay. And I'll take this out. I can certainly feel the lats today. It feels, with the heavier weight, it's good. And because of it, I feel the hypertrophy, like the feeling, the feeler. It's good. So with today's brachialis, by taking the slack out, so I'm actually going to go the other way. I'm putting the foam from the doorstops on the inside of my feet, as opposed to the other way, largely because I want the tension to start at the kind of, yeah, that's where I want it, right there. That's good, feels good. I could take a little more slack out by removing the ankle straps and just holding the band like this. So kind of pronating it over and then up. So I don't really like how it feels. It's pretty, I'm going to grab the smaller ankle straps that I've used here to take out that slack. Alright, so I've opted for the smaller ones here. Yeah, that's good. Alright. So I'm not going to crisscross them, I'm just going to do it this way here. Yeah, that's good. And then I can easily rotate between the front position. So bring one wrist closer than the other, holding it here. So this is here, I'm focusing like that. But by doing it at the same time, get the brachialis. Keep the elbows tight. Can kind of wave them down in and out. Remember to keep the knees locked. Feels good. This today I was using the black 19-pound band, so I wanted to see what it felt like. I probably could do more. So maybe yeah, no, that's actually a pretty good weight. Normally I was using the red, which is 16, so the black was good, felt good today. I'm gonna try this for a few weeks here, and then if you see how it feels going forward. Next up is Pelicans. So that's where I'm gonna take I'm going to use, okay, to match the black. So I'm going to take a red band and a blue, so 13 and 8. So it's going to be close. I probably could use the green, but I'll use the red instead. So, yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the blue one higher a little bit. I'm going to try it here today, see how this feels. And then the red one just about hip height. And I'll try the small ankle bracelets or ankle straps, small version of it, largely because then I could switch between having it on my wrist. See how this feels. Oh yeah, feels good. Okay. That's what I want. All right. It's actually really good. It feels good tension. Now, positioning the vibration plate, because I want to include that as a disturbance. Okay, I have to go more forward. Okay, so I feel the tension here pulling on the bicep. So with my come on. All right. So this is borrowed from calisthenics, so you can switch. You can hold on to the ankle straps like you would a regular bar of sorts, and add pronation if you wish, and supination. I'm adding supination. And I flex the tricep at the very stretch point. So flex this triceps here, and then all right. Next up, I am going to switch the angle of this blue band. So I'm gonna. It's certainly more weight than last week. I don't remember if I did black, blue, and blue. But this week I'm gonna try it this way. So, next up, take this guy and raise it up just slightly. especially because I'm going to take the vibration plate and place that on top. Grab the exercise ball along with the towel. So, see if this distance is where it needs to be. Oh yeah, I think that's. So what I'm going to do is focus directly on the elbows, and I don't want to get the forearms involved today. I want to focus directly on the biceps, because the bar hang works on the forearm. So today's more strictly, I can rotate between doing a long head I can touch my head, my fingers. And then switch to supinated. So the preacher works more on the peak. You can switch to a palm down if you wish. This is the nice option by using the ankle straps. Could switch in between all the positions. And I can still feel the straps pulling on, providing resistance for because of the wrist. I can feel it. It's good. Actually. Feels very good. Very good, because it feels very good. So, today's date stamp, May 4th, 2026. Starting time was at 1:52 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Maximum heart rate today, only 148. So not very high, considering I my 10-minute HIIT that was just here. So you can see my heart rate gradually increased, or my average, because you can see how it was low in the beginning stages here, how it recovered quite well, and then that recovery kind of level remained kind of consistent, and it slowly got up and up. I did change the type of the variation, so I switched between crisscrosses, and then one round I did completely double unders. So I'm trying to create variety so that my body doesn't get so accustomed to doing the same thing all the time, and forcing it to respond in good ways. So and obviously my recovery after the HIIT dropped below 100 there, so that's a good sign, and it kept dropping below 100. So this is that period of time when I mentioned my heart rate monitor lost connection with my phone because of just my position of my body, I guess. But for the duration, it was good. So overall, I liked the feeling of the exercises today. So here you can see, I know I got the guns, they're showing, and you can get them showing too. So like here you see the pinch test, right? The skin, right? So right, I've got fairly low body fat, although my veins aren't showing, but I think that has something to do with just the strength and the elasticity of my skin is improving, and I think that has a lot to do with the X39. So because your body's going to replenish and restore itself in a favorable way. So if that makes me look not as vascular but still nice and youthful, that's a good thing. So, and it's about time you try it. Can't say it enough. It's really, really good for you. And power your body with what it knows how to use, what to use. It's not rocket science. It's always been this way. So just eat right, drink right, replenish with good minerals from the salts, and test your body a little bit, force it to respond with exercise. I use cardio and the vibration plate training, so click on the links in the comments and you'll find it. And or go to GoDaddySites.com. Unlock your bioenergy. So that's it for today. I'm Gordon. So we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night.